Right now at 5:30 today, businesses across the country and including in Lexington are required to begin using special card readers for microchip embedded credit cards. We'll have more on what this means for all of us during our shopping trips.
Also on WKYT this morning, after a long wait, test results from across the Commonwealth show improvements in many schools, including those in Fayette County.
And a man has now been arrested in connection with a child abuse case.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome in. Great to have you along. Here we are, Thursday, October 1st. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith, and it is a cool start to October. It really makes you feel like fall's here.
It does. It feels like it. The calendar's matching up with the weather. Let's check in. Meteorologist Micah Harris is tracking things on our first alert defender. A lot of rain.
Yes, again this morning. You know, it's one of those mornings you're starting off just like the past couple that you have bits and pieces of showers. Not everybody's seeing those. But if you are, you're getting some light to moderate downpours right over the bluegrass region, too. It's kind of the heavier batch at this very moment. So wet go at it here, and temperatures are in the 50s. So there's a bit of a chill in the air with that rain falling on you. By the afternoon, we go from 56 to 60 degrees. Not going to change that much. And it actually gets cooler as we go through time, all the way off into your weekend. We'll talk that. We'll also get right into Joaquin. I know a lot of people want to hear about that. And I'll show you a new graphic with that coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Well, the wait is now over for the latest test scores from schools across the Commonwealth.
And we have some good news. We've learned that Fayette County schools have improved from last year. And WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is live from the district office with a breakdown of that information. Michelle, good morning. Two schools showed some major improvement, right?
Yes, the two schools showing the most improvement are Bryan Station High School and William Wells Brown Elementary. As for Bryan Station High School, it's no longer on the priority list. However, it has the 17th lowest high school score in the state. As for William Wells Brown, it had the largest score increase after being the lowest performing school in the state last year. As a whole, Fayette County schools showing an overall improvement over last year's scores. More than 70% of schools in the district saw score increases. In all, Fayette County schools are now proficient as a district, no longer needs improvement district as it was last year. The overall score is up 2.1 points from last year. Now, Henry Clay and Lafayette High Schools were named distinguished, and Scapa was deemed a National Blue Ribbon School, meaning it demonstrates that all students can achieve high levels. Overall, the district's rating against others in the state is now in the 82nd percentile. Now, I know this is a lot of information to take on, but you can get more details about each school in the Fayette County District on our website at WKYT.com. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Now you can look at those numbers at your own leisure. Thank you very much, Michelle. New this morning, a second person has been arrested in connection with an abuse case out of Clay County. Bobby Barger has been arrested for assault. Police say they were tipped off after a 6-year-old showed up to school in Manchester with bruises all over his body. Authorities first arrested his mother, Jessica Sasser. They say she told them the child had fallen on the playground. Investigators have made a disturbing discovery: a man's body stuffed inside a freezer in Pulaski County. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office says 68-year-old Gary Jink's daughter reported him missing Tuesday. And when they served a search warrant at his home on Happy Ridge Road, they say they found a body inside a freezer. Investigators have not officially identified the body, but police charged Jink's girlfriend, Teresa Owens, with evidence tampering and abuse of a corpse. They think the man died nearly a month ago.
The timeline is still part of the ongoing investigation as to both when the death occurred and any subsequent moving or changing of evidence that may have occurred that led to those charges.
Police say Owens poured lye and fertilizer over the body to mask the smell.
Well, more details are emerging in the case of a Greenup County teen found dead last month. Maddie Conley's family and friends filled the courtroom yesterday demanding that James Ratliff and his 17-year-old girlfriend be held accountable. Ratliff told police Conley jumped from a moving ATV when his girlfriend started chasing them. But investigators say that there's a conflict between evidence and their stories. They also say that Conley's injuries do not match that of someone who jumped off a moving vehicle.
He took my daughter from me. I'll never get her back. He took her mommy. You know, and it's not fair. And he can just walk the streets and then not act like nothing in the world's ever happened. They went and ate and moved her car. It's not fair. And I think that he's just as responsible as the juvenile is.
A judge also raised Ratliff's bond to $25,000. His case now heads on to the grand jury. They're set to meet a week from today. This evening, friends and family will honor and remember a Bath County teenager killed in a car crash. Waylon Doherty was just 15 years old. He died last Friday when the car he was riding in crashed into a tractor trailer in Mount Sterling. Tonight at the Bath County High School football field, friends and family will hold a prayer circle and release balloons in his honor.
A man charged in connection to a deadly crash in Scott County is now back in the Commonwealth. Police arrested Mohammed Abdullah last month in Baltimore. He was booked into the Scott County Detention Center. A Scott County grand jury indicted him for manslaughter and assault. Police say he was driving recklessly in May when his car hit a pickup on Interstate 64. That crash killed 13-year-old Emily Sams of Bourbon County and seriously injured her parents.
Happening today, stores across the country are required now to switch over to special credit card readers that can read microchip embedded credit cards.
It's supposed to be much more secure.
Yeah.
The card's considered to be designed to make your personal information safer. But a poll on our website reveals many of our viewers don't have those chip-enabled cards just yet. Many of you have a lot of questions. Let's go out to WKYT's Victor Puente live in Lexington with more on what to expect while shopping today. Good morning, Victor.
Well, 74% of the viewers who took our online poll said they didn't have one of those chipped credit cards. Well, whether shoppers are ready or not, retailers are required to have the machines to read those cards by today. Now, the microchipped credit cards are designed to protect shoppers. October 1st is the day retailers are required to have new credit card readers in place, like the ones here at Target that accept cards with microchips. Those chipped cards have an added layer of security to them. They use a microchip instead of a magnetic strip. That creates a unique number for each transaction. Now, stores have a big incentive to make that change. Any that don't switch by today will be liable for fraudulent charges. If your cards aren't chipped, you don't need to worry. You'll still be able to use them with those readers. Banks tell us they've been rolling out the chipped cards in phases. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. The Whitley County Clerk has come forward saying that she is not issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Kay Swartz did not want to talk about it on camera, but she says she has never stopped issuing licenses to heterosexual couples. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis and Casey County Clerk Casey Davis did stop issuing them to couples altogether after the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. In a statement, the ACLU said Swartz is blatantly violating the law and that the organization is closely monitoring the situation. A recently released WKYT Herald Leader poll is looking at the race for governor. Of the voters surveyed for the poll, Democrat Jack Conway leads with 42%, followed by Republican Matt Bevin at 37% and independent Drew Curtis at 7%. All three are down 1 percentage point from our July poll. 15% are still undecided. Tonight at 6, the Bluegrass poll will be asking voters if Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis should be required to issue marriage licenses, and is that issue a factor in the governor's race. You can see all of the results from the latest Bluegrass poll at WKYT.com.
Hurricane Joaquin has now strengthened to a Category 3 storm and is expected to gain strength as it nears the Bahamas. The islands could now face up to 10 to 15 inches of rain thanks to this hurricane. At this point, forecasters still are not sure if it will make landfall in the United States. However, it will cause some heavy rainfall in many states, including in Kentucky and in Virginia. The governor of Virginia has already issued a state of emergency. As
Hillary Clinton continues to run for the Democratic nomination for president, the State Department is releasing even more emails from Clinton's private email server. The latest batch of emails from 2010 and 2011 show that hackers linked to Russia tried 5 times to pry into her email account. They did so by sending spam-like emails that, once opened, would have allowed them into the network.
If you're looking for a safe and affordable car for a new driver in your family, a new report shows that there's a lot more options out there on the roads today. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety says the list of good vehicles for teens has actually grown by more than 50% since last year. Some of the best vehicles for teens include the Ford Taurus, the Chevy Malibu, Honda Element, and Dodge Journey.
Famed NASCAR racer Tony Stewart will retire early next year after 17 seasons racing in the sport. It'll be at the end of the year. Over the last 2 years, they've been troubled for Stewart. He was sidelined by an injury in 2013, and last year an incident on a New York track killed another driver. However, Stewart says none of this contributed to his decision. Driver Clint Boulware will replace Stewart in 2017. After days spent camping out for Big Blue Madness tickets, UK leaders say that the tent city filled with fans is now at its capacity, and despite recent rain, fans tell us it is worth the soggy wait. WKYT caught up with 2 fans, including 76-year-old Ramona Adkins, known as Granny Wildcat. She tells us even a heart attack at a basketball game a few years ago couldn't stop her from asking the score as she was in the hospital bed recovering. 12 years later, she's in line camping out for tickets again. Those tickets will be handed out this Friday night, and Big Blue Madness will be on October 16th. She does tell an incredible story about asking the score as she was waiting for treatment.
That is dedication right there.
Time to check live drive traffic this morning, see what is going on the first day of October in the rain. And we're checking the Waze app right now.
You know, a slick commute is reported this morning, so keep that in mind because of the rain, but really no problems that the Waze map is showing. Just something on New Circle at Newtown Pike, a hazard there. Other than that, the major issue today, just the rain. So have that umbrella handy.
Yeah, give a little bit extra time for your morning commute. You might need it there with the slowdown because of the rain. More news coming up on WKYT on your Thursday morning.
Round 2 of llama drama for this year. 2 escaped llamas in Oregon sent animal welfare officers on a big chase. We'll show you after weather.
And speaking of weather, here comes more rain in the forecast today, tomorrow, and your weekend. A lot for the East Coast, but what about us? What about us? Are we going to get some of that rain? I'll show you that coming up next.